On this week's Technique Tuesday, we've got Luke Stanich, Lehigh standout and U20 world champion. Today, Luke walks you through clearing a collar tie and attacking a single leg. He goes over some details that make the sweep single one of his best attacks and one that he's used at the highest level. Check it out.
Something I like to keep in mind as I'm wrestling and hand fighting is to not let the guy sit on the ties he wants to sit on. So I don't want anybody sitting on a collar tie on me. So as I'm hand fighting, if a guy's trying to get a collar tie or set in this collar tie, I'm taking my hand, grabbing at the wrist, and scraping it off my head as I'm pressuring into him. I don't want to clear this collar tie by pulling back, because then I'm back on my heels, he can shoot. So, and that's also going to take a lot of energy out of me. So for me, I'm walking in, clearing this, and as the match goes on, I'll clear it down, move him, he's going to that collar tie, move him, and then when I'm ready, I'm shooting single leg. So, because a lot of the times when that guy feels that wrist go down, he's going to reach with this arm. So, we're in this hand fight, I'm clearing, boom, clearing, boom, clearing, single leg, far side, my single. Walking into him, grabbing up the wrist, pushing off the top of my head. Sometimes I'll grab it, hold it here for a second, move them. Eventually, I'm going to start rolling it down. Be careful that when you're rolling it down, they're not going to take a shot of their own on this leg. So as long as you're aware of that, you'll be ready for it. So pressuring in, clearing it, pushing, clearing it, boom, single far side. Boom, clearing it, single far side. When you feel him reach with that opposite hand, that's the time to shoot, because he doesn't feel comfortable with no posts on you. So if I'm shooting on his left leg, so righty single for me, as I'm shooting, I kind of want to hit him. I want to hit his thigh with my shoulder, as at the same time my knee is going to drop behind his heel. So kind of shooting into his leg being locked out. Here, what I'd preferably do is kind of stay here. I want to keep this weight down. At the same time, shelf it on my far hip. This way, if I kind of get my shoulder on top of his thigh, I don't even need this backhand to hold this foot. This leg is pretty locked in here on my hip. This way I can get this hand above the knee, climb, get this foot backside, and drive into him for a takedown. You want to avoid coming up to the hip. That way the guy will get a whizzer on you, and then it might just be a whole nother battle. So again, so I'm here, single leg shooting here. The leg is locked out. Once he's down and his weight's back on that far leg, this foot no longer has to be behind the heel. Shelf it, get this weight down in his leg here, climb the leg, grab this back foot, drive into him. Can't roll there. As I'm shooting, I'm hitting his upper thigh with my shoulder. At the same time, my knee's dropping behind his heel. That way, kind of locks out the leg as I'm shooting. This prevents a lot of funk or whizzers or anything. So here, I want to take my time. Here, you got him beat. You just got to take your time. So I'm keeping this hand on the mat. This knee can come out a little bit. Shelf it on the far hip. Get my knee on top of his thigh. This way, this leg is locked in here. And I don't really even need this backhand to secure this foot. I'm going to climb up with this backhand above the knee and grab his foot here. And then just drive into him. He shouldn't be able to roll or anything there. So, once again, boom, shooting here, shelf, climb, foot, drive into him, take down, shoot, lock this leg out. He's trying to split. I'm shelving here, climbing. Here, I want to keep my shoulder as tight and underneath as I can as I'm grabbing this hip, pulling it, grabbing this far leg. Get my takedown. This is how I finish my sweep singles. So instead of shooting straight on, if it's more of a sweep motion, boom, he's meeting me with a whizzer right away. I want to make sure I keep this hand above the knee. Initially, I want to keep this hand posted so my face isn't in the mat, and I want to get my knee behind his ankle here. Then, just kind of try and battle my shoulder underneath, behind his butt. Once I'm here and I feel his whizzer starting to break, I'm going to pick this ankle up on my far hip, and I'm going to take my time here. I haven't beat. This whizzer's really shallow. I'm going to grab above the knee and just drive my shoulder into his butt, and then he's gonna fall forward like that. And I don't really necessarily want to come up to the hip, just grab right here in the crevice of his hip, pull him down, get my takedown. So obviously, ideally, I'll shoot and my shoulder will be behind his butt, but a lot of times you're gonna be met here. So here, I'm gonna keep this hand above the knee. I don't wanna let him fight it below, because then he can pull his knee out. So here, I'm gonna keep this hand posted initially, get my knee behind his heel, and just drive into him, try and sink my shoulder. I wanna sink the shoulder, beat his whizzer, and then from here, I take my time. I grab this ankle, shelf up my forehead, above the knee, and then I'm gonna run my shoulder into his butt at the same time as I'm grabbing the crevice of his hip, getting my takedown. So, once again, single, meeting this whizzer above the knee, battling my shoulder in, they're just trying to sink it, then shelving this above the knee. Even if he tries to fight this with a little bit of whizzer he has left, I'm just gonna keep driving my shoulder into his butt for my takedown. I like to keep my weight back on my heels. That way, he can't really bring me forward with that whizzer. And let drag my face into the mat. Just keep my weight back on my heels as I'm climbing that leg, grabbing the hips. So one more time. Single, boom, get my weight back here. Even here, I'm staying a little bit back, climbing this leg. Finish.
Thanks for watching this week's Technique Tuesday. If you want more technique, head to athletesocean.com or download the Athletes Ocean app. And if you're a coach, check out our new Team Space feature where you can organize all your practice plans, competition notes, and technique videos all in one place. Let us know in the comments what you want to learn next. Make sure to like this video and share it with your friends. Also, make sure you follow and subscribe to FloWrestling for more technique every Tuesday. See you next time.